te dije hace unos minutos, no, Forbes sigue convencido en que el protagonista de la...
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's away we go then. Well, Ed Milson's selection has certainly attracted some scrutiny, but the man himself looks, as ever, Jim, utterly unfazed.
Yeah, I like him.
Yamal! It's loose now, and they want to get it back.
And this is Robert!
There it is!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
A finish of great intelligence. He just understood. And he shoots! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Platini is offering a wry smile there.
They've played it short. Yamal showing good feet. Can he finish? It's Makalele. The ball is loose and the chase is on. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Looking to play him in.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Yeah, he's fouled him there. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. Alexander-Arnold. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Stood up well to him there.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Makalele. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's on it, can he get away? He's done very well to take that back. Oh, that's a very decent chance! He's got it all! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
And he's gone backward here. And he's straight offside. And that has left him in a heap. And he's away. Platini with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
And here's Ronaldinho. Pele plowing. Chance! Just off target.
Pele really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Now, can they get him away? Nice interception, well timed. Ronaldinho. Now it's Yamal. That pass has been well intercepted. Ronaldinho. And it's Ed Nielsen. Played out to the right. Yamal. And this is Del Piero. Shoots! And it's in! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Platini demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Madrid get themselves back into contention.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read...
Goes for a shot! It's in! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And now he has two. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Delivers the ball.
Oh, what?
Can he finish? It's there! Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one. His position was perfect. The invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
Now it's Yamal. Now who's going to be first to this? Ronaldinho. Makaleli. And here's Yamal. Nicely spread. There's a no-nonsense tackle. Platini. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And it's Makaleli. And here's Yamal. Alexander-Arnold has it out wide and in space. There's the whistle for half-time. Oh, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half. Well, time to catch your breath after a manic first half. Goals, goals and more goals, but only one between them. Here we go again. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
So what can they make of this? Oh, terrible pass. It's Drogba! And yes, it's there! passion. This, a man full of it all. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
And that means just one thing. Match ball.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
And he cuts out the supply. It's run loose here. Ronaldinho going face to face with his great rival. And this is Del Piero. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Platini shapes the shoot. They've scored. And they are dragging it back. Game on again.
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. We have got ourselves a game here.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Hazard receives it in a wide position. That's very neat. And the shot! And that is wildly off target.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And this is Hazard. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, that was vital. Yamal. It's Ronaldinho. It's a searching pass. Well read, and the danger is averted. There's the shot! Oh, taken with style. They have come roaring back.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Yamal! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Lamine Yamal clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Van Basten gets it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Yamal. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Makalen, and he's had a hit. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It's their second corner of the game. And he's there to clear it. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Hazard.
Might want to be careful there.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And it's made its way to him. He's picked his way through. Maldini did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, right place, right time. Van Basten did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Madrid appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Can he get it through? Oh, good ball! And this is Hazard. Oh, lovely feet. He is such a good mover.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 23, Hazard. Numero 17, Drogba.
That looks a
Numero
good
20,
cross.
Numero 22, Iniesta.
Messi spots it
Numero
and
7,
intercepts.
Makelele.
Madrid have it
Lascia
back
il campo
and
per
can go
Il
again.
numero 9, il numero 24, il numero 32, Tevez.
He's going to be disappointed with that.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And it's been played through. And this is Messi. Distributed tidily. Pele. And they've got rid. All hands on deck for this one. And it's been taken short.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now it's Pele. Can he get on the end of this? That is a brilliant interception. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Now it's Insigne. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. And this is Raul. And he plays one through. It's Raul! Well, now it's a race. In he goes again! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? All the big boys are set for this. It's like land of the giants in there.
Vieri. And the referee brings it to a close. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and...
Hola, hola, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos. Hola, hola, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos. Hola, hola, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos. duele, hermano. Vámonos.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So off we go then. We all know of Johan Cruyff as the father of total football, but what can we expect from him on the pitch, Jim?
He'll be the conductor, Peter, making sure that his team creates space and make good use of it. I expect him to be running the show and adding a touch of class to proceedings.
Winning with style, and that's what he has always been about.
Always.
Tries to pass it through. Big chance!
Vamos.
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
So, a breakthrough already. Looking to play him in, and he welcomes it in. He is through here. Oh, look at the space here.
No, me lo comí, hermano.
And this is Pullet. Chiellini with the foul.
Me la comí, hermano, me la comí.
Never going to make it. And he's in on goal. Decent shot.
No. Gol que no hace, gol que te hace. Ay, loco.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Yaya Toure. This interception, his positioning was spot on. Yeah. And this is Ronaldo. And this is Cruyff. Cruyff had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano, chance for a shot! It's in! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
And yes, it's him again. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down.
And the shots!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Cristiano Ronaldo. Great chance.
Me la como, loco.
A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
And the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And another try! Oh, that was a half-decent effort. Iniesta. Fullet. Cristiano Ronaldo. Yaya Toure. Hazard.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. It's a loose touch and the ball is anyone. Oh, what a mistake! Hazard. Strong running down that left flank.
No, pendejo.
Ernest. That's a sharp pass. Rijkaard.
Me están cocinando a la verga.
Here's a good effort from distance.
And he was there to get a vital touch. Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Reaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? And he's intervened well there. Now it's Hazard. That is one way to stop him. Now it's Yamal. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Reinildo. And this is Cruyff. Alexander-Arnold. Makaleli. Iniesta. That's been cut out, well played. Throw it. Maldini. Passing is crisp and sharp. Cruyff is herring after that one. Ferdinand. And we've reached half-time.
Facciamo gli auguri a tutti i tifosi che oggi festeggiano l'anniversario di matrimonio e che riceveranno un gentile omaggio.
Ay, 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 ay.
There's the start of the second half.
Cantar, no llores.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So
¿Por qué no
attack
haces?
with real
¿Por qué te
devilment,
hacen?
go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Some really good ball movement. And here's Cruyff. And this is Hullet. He's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Me va a vacunar aquí, hermano.
Real chance here.
Well, to be honest, he thrives on this type of opportunity. Training ground rehearsals.
No.
Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Bullet is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Yaya Toure. Played back in. Pass is just off target. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's Yamal. That's a nicely shaped ball. Oh, good take in a good area. Yeah. Now who's going to be first to this? And it's Iniesta. Lovely ball and a real chance now. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
He's had it taken off him.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Looking for options for movement. Chiellini kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. That has not gone well. Played right into his path. Now there's a Cruyff!
Oh, loco.
Yeah, and he read it before anyone could follow up.
Ernest. Makalele is being harried and hassled.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Ferdinand delivered across. Van Dijk calmly anticipates. Now, can they get him away? And that could set him on his way. He's ended up in no man's land. That's really well manoeuvred. Van Dijk gets over and intercepts. It's a sharp little ball here. Oh, that's fabulous. And a chance!
Uf,
That
qué
was a good
porterazo,
run.
hermano.
The defence looked beaten there. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Iniesta. It's Makalele. And it's Alexander-Arnold.
Uy, ¿cuál fue el de fuego?
Claimed it back swiftly. Yeah. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. He's having a shot. In he goes again.
Otra vez, loco.
Oh, what has happened here?
No, este troco, hermano.
Thuram defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Reinildo. Cruyff with 2 goals already to his name. Now Ernest. And this is Drogba. Knocks it into space. Thuram.
¿Qué pasa, mamalo, loco?
Now it's Hullet. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Ernest providing an outlet on that flank. Keeper has taken decisive action. That's been won straight back. And this is Ronaldo. There's the shot! Cleared without hesitation. Oh, there's a probing ball. That pass isn't the best. And back to the goalkeeper. Van Dijk is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, they could be caught out here. It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Well, they've got it again. No way through. Hazard. Now it's Drogba. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. Added time is up.
Estamos saladísimos, hermano.
Well, what a game. Unpredictable.
Vamos, sin miedo, sin miedo. un cuarto con toda esa cosa.
No estaba conectado. Este rival no quiere jugar, hermano. Voy a estar a Don Pele de delantero. Trae más velocidad.
So bring it on. Height, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So off we go then. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talkers in this team. You need leaders and people that are willing to organise things very quickly.
Now it's Yamal. Rijkaard kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Neymar. Now it's Yamal. Tries to play it through. Foot in. So, Jim, tell me this. Who are you looking for in particular here?
I'd say Petr Cech. I'm trying to come up with a flaw in his game, and I can't. Dependable and strong in every aspect of a goalkeeper's job, and he breeds confidence for his defence.
Yeah, still certainly be leaning heavily on him. Hazard. Hazard with the he gets big.
Vamos.
It's there. The movement so precise. The finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And it's Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Played in deep. Casillas claims it without any fuss. And here's Messi. Pressure coming in from all directions. Well, there's a probing ball. Neymar gets into some space. Could try cutting inside here. Now the cross.
Well, we've seen much better choices than that. That always looked like the wrong one.
He's not got that quite right. Great vision. Thinks about the shot. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Yaya Toure cannot be beaten that easily. Messi, can he get on the end of this? And that's aimed into the rises! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And he's forced to go back. That's a cute ball. No, that's been intercepted. Maldini. Now it's Hazard. And it's Iniesta. Knocks it into space. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Yamal. Alexander-Arnold. Yamal. Threads one in. Pinches it off him. Great chance!
¡Vamos! ¡Qué golazo, loco!
2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
¡Qué golazo! ¡Qué golazo!
Some resolute defending there. He's in a great position here, and he's away. Shot! Surely! Yes! And they're at it again in double quick time. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
A case now of complete control.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Aimed beyond the defence. And it's made its way to him. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the 2 sides is the happier. Chouameni. Chiellini proves too strong. Raul showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. That is good alertness. Looking for a runner. That's good vision. He's picked his way through, and he shoots against the crossbar.
Me salvé. De Maldini.
And it's Otto. Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. And there's the end of the first
¡Qué
half.
salvada, loco! ¡Qué salvada!
Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
And a quick reminder today,
it's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. They just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more.
Substitution on the field. Number 6, Messi.
That gets things going for the second half.
Neymar. Coming on the field.
And here's Yamal.
Number 23, Darwin Núñez.
Iniesta.
Number 15.
Now it's Pele. Tries to pass it through. Makaleli. For Yaya Toure. Alexander-Arnold. Yamal. Good chance here. A whisker away from making it 4.
Lamine Yamal clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
He's had a shot! And
Vamos.
it's in! Yet another goal in an awesome performance! They are in complete charge! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
And yes, it's him again. It's become a case of men against boys. Alexander-Arnold has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Now that's well seen too. Now it's Hazard.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Now, can they get him away? There's no flag. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, good ball. Now, that was very necessary. The ball is loose and the chase is on. He's had it taken off him. Thinks one through. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Bien.
And it's Otto. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Iniesta. Yaya Toure. And it's Iniesta. Chouameni. And Darwin. Now it's Batistuta. Chiellini gets a foot in and wins the ball. Nicely spread. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. And it's Soboslai. That's a throw. Defending was strong and firm. Oh, that's fabulous. Yamal. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
In again. Up he goes! And it's headed over. Looking to play him in. That is a great pick out. He's got plenty of space out wide here.
Bien.
And he gets rid in a hurry.
Will somebody who can whip in a decent cross
Suéltala,
please
suéltala,
make
suéltala.
himself known to this team? It can't be that hard, can it?
He is through here. Hazard couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Iniesta will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Son los cambios. No, no lo vamos a sacar tan malito. ¿Qué pasó con el rival? Oh, se fue. Vámonos. Que empieza lo bueno. Oh, señor Pelé.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform.
Fuímonos
we're underway.
a busca de pelotones.
When you think great defenders, you've got to think Cannavaro.
Yeah, well, they don't come much better or bigger in stature. His qualities are obvious, but his winning mentality and cool temperament are all part of a first-class package.
That's
Oh,
everything
la
he wants.
chinga. Es la que más odio de sus rivales. ¿Por qué hacen cuando se cancela, loco?
Can he get on the end of this? Well timed, excellent interception. Aims beyond the defence. Cute ball now, how can he... Mbappe! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Oh, the weight on the
Fallaste,
ball was
hermano.
just perfect then. If only they could have come up with a finish to match.
Bellingham. Just no time to dwell on the ball there. Bellingham is offering some sort of an apology there.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
And he's had it nicked away. Mbappe, he's in a great position here. That has ended up in no man's land. Nicely weighted ball. That has not gone well. He has found a way through. Real chance! Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Now it's Hazard. Hazard proves just a little bit too strong. Cannavaro. Pedri. It's Vinicius Junior. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Bellingham. Takes a shot! It's in! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Ay, güey.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that...
Shoots!
Vamos.
Oh, taken with style. They're level in a trice.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
Ay, pendejo, me lo cortó.
Disappointed with that. And here's Vinicius Junior. Ferdinand makes the interception. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And it's Bellingham. Pedri. Ferdinand. Hazard might just make this. Makalele spots it and intercepts. Knocks it into space. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's fabulous. Tries a shot! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Vinicius Junior can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Now that's well seen too. Maldini. Oh, he's found support out wide. Gets his head on it!
Oh,
Should
loco.
really have made more of that.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Tries to play it through, and he was quick to react. And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Maldini. That pass has been well intercepted. Looking for the run. Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Me la abrió, me la abrió.
Hazard gets into a good position. Kimmich.
Vales verga, Hazard.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? That's a little off target. Can he get it through? Chiellini. Now, can they get him away? Threads one in. And he whips it across. Pass somewhat off target. It's a pretty loose pass. Yamal is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
No, pendejo.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Otra vez. Este era igual cancela y cancela y cancela. Lo pueden decir, hermano.
Rijkaard. Bellingham. Not the most accurate pass. Camavinga. That's a lovely, neat pass. And he passes it long.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
He's a sharp little ball here. Maldini. Now it's Hazard. Kimmich. Now it's Mbappe. And it's half-time here. nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break. All square. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far, so it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And that's the second half started. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. So nearly the perfect ball.
Lexington clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Now it's Yamal. Pele. Needs a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Pedri. Now it's Mbappe. That has been cut short. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Pedri. Mbappe is onto this. Ferdinand. Hazard looks to get on the end of this. Makalele. Chiellini. Maldini. And it's Maldini. Great vision. Alexander-Arnold is wide and looking to get onto this. Pedri. Well read, and the danger is averted. And it's slung out wide. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. And this is Pele. Just the goalkeeper to beat.
No,
Decision by the keeper, got that exactly right. Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. Right card. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Chiellini calmly anticipates. And it's Makalele. Hazard has it in a wide position. Hazard tries to pass it through. This is good pressing. They're not short on bodies. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
Gracias.
Well, that looks a decent ball. And he's there to get it away. Bellingham takes control of it and he's on the move. And the pass is intercepted. Yamal. Kimmich. Pedri. And it's Bellingham. Well, played right into his path. He's found a way through. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. He steps in, and that's the end of that. No, that's been intercepted. Ah, that's a fine interception. Just about up to 75 minutes. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Alexander-Arnold. And he's intervened well there.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Looking for options for movement. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Kimmich. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. That has not gone well. He's on it. Can he get away?
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and
No,
to be honest, that's how it should be.
loco.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Iniesta. Now it's Yamal. Quality ball. Cannavaro promptly onto that, and that is that. Passing is crisp and sharp. And that pass just didn't quite work.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Pass somewhat off target.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Alexander-Arnold. Oh, nicely intercepted. Belling looking understandably energised after his goal.
No, lo sacas.
That's that, the end. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
Y a jugar, pues.
So off we go then. Well, it's not very often that we single out the team's goalkeeper as their most influential player, but I suppose we can make a special exception for the... David Villa!
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there. Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And it's Belletti. And this is Owen. That's been cut out, well played. Looking to play him in. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. It's Iniesta! Oh, it rattles the bar. Makaleli. Yaya Toure. That's very neat. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Chiellini. Passing is crisp and sharp. Yamal. Well, that looks a decent ball. Applies the finish! Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at...
And the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Looking for options.
Vamos.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So, a breakthrough already. Knocks it into space. Owen. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And he's gone direct here.
Qué buena salida.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Engages and forces him off the ball. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Iniesta. Yamal providing an outlet on that flank. Iniesta. Oh, well played.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Now it's Yamal. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Estaba fuera de lugar, hermano.
Now it's Villa. Alexander-Arnold does really well to win the ball there. Raul. Messi. Oh, he's bustling through here. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Yamal showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. It's Drogba! That was superb goalkeeping.
Drogba clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Ferdinand. Well-timed, excellent interception. Aimed beyond the defence. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Pedri. He's a sharp little ball here. Now that's well seen too. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Yamal. Pedri. And the pass is intercepted. It's Makaleli. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't.
Otra vez que cagaba.
Out the danger. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Now it's Pedri. He's picked his way through. Cross to the back. Up he goes! He scores! Inter business. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one.
Pero corre, loco.
Inter Milan grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And he's picked it up out wide. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. And we have our very first corner. Can he finish? And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
That's the throw. He won't be happy with that one. Pass somewhat off target. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference.
Me la
but it
comí,
hasn't been for the
me
lack
la
of
comí.
trying. So we reach the halfway point.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
So all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Raul. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Chance for a shot!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played. Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
David Villa tries to play it through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Villa. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
That has been
Loco,
cut
no les,
short.
este Hazard
Now
no
it's Raul. Yamal. Iniesta. Can he get it through? Yamal picks it up out wide.
Alexander Arnold. Está bien salado, hermano.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Cannavaro is there to clear. Yaya Toure. Drogba. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And he's there to belt it away. He's looking wide, and it's Maldini. That's a good run down the left. Looking for a corner. Jorginho. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he cuts out the supply. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Pedri. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Baresi. Messi. Maldini calmly anticipates. Great vision. Played back in. Decent chance!
Vamos.
Yes, it's there! And they're back in front. Another moment of magic. A real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
Takes a shot! Sticks it away!
Qué asco, loco, te lo juro.
The lead lost
If ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up. Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
This is quite... Goes for a shot! Stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Qué oportunidad perdí,
Corner number
hermano.
2 then. Alexander-Arnold goes short. Delivers the ball.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
And he welcomes Jamal!
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Could be danger here. Jamal receives it in a good position here.
Loco, qué oportunidad más despreciado estoy haciendo, loco.
Now it's Owen, and he's being shifted off it. Iniesta, played out towards the right wing. Now it's Jamal. Now, can they get him away? Brilliantly cut out.
Mira.
Inter Milan do have a chance to counter here. Raul, lovely pass, but can he get there? Not much subtlety about that challenge. David Villa was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Yaya Toure. 5 minutes left on the clock.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Oh, he shot, surely! Yes, he's hit!
Yes, loco.
Has raised the roof! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find it necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
¿Por qué mi sudado se queda como un pendejo, loco?
Another chance from a corner. Inter Milan have their second corner now. Cleared without hesitation. Azar. And Jamal. And that is as far as it goes. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum shifting this way and that. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it.
Nos fuimos con las pelotas.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, it could well turn out to be Tom.
Oh, what has happened here? Shot could be on. And a chance! What a wonderful goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
So, a breakthrough already. And he's got his cross in. Oh, well cut out.
Pendejo de mierda, ¿cómo vas a hacer ese pase?
Griezmann. Passes coming
No
off
era
in
para
quick
él,
succession here.
loco.
And this is Bebeto. Ferdinand. And it's Beckham. Oh, perfectly measured that. Very nicely done. He has found a way through. Oh, what a climb! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Up towards the front line. Maldini. Chiellini. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, that's fabulous. Makaleli pokes it out wide. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Yamal. Oh, that's well spotted. Griezmann. Beckham. That's a little off target. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Rummenigge. Paris Saint-Germain disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And the finish! It's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to...
Terrific header! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And
Pase
they've
le
got
gana
their lead
cabezas a
back.
Alexander Arnold, hermano.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he
Ta
thrives in
madre, ta madre.
situations like that.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Oh, he's onto this. And he's managed to get free. Beckham.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
It's Griezmann! He's missed, but not by that far. Now it's Griezmann. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And it's White. 15 minutes till half-time. That has been slung wide.
Puta, que ese Hazard no sirve, loco.
Messi. And it's Van Dijk. Beckenbauer. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Back into the middle. Nicely spread. Rummenigge. too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Alexander-Arnold. Looking for options for movement. Beckham. Looking to play him in. Good read, needed to be. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? And this is Pele! Distributed tidily. Yamal picks it up out wide. Tomiyasu did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. He's found a way through. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
And this is Pele. Tries a shot. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Pele really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Iniesta. In with the challenge. It's a pretty loose pass. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Short changes him with that pass. And we've reached half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 6, Yaya Touré. Viene sostituito con il numero 21.
Here we go again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And it's Azar.
This is the time you need that pace.
Raul. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, what a ball! It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And that was nowhere near his best. Iniesta, who's set up one goal so far. Beckenbauer. Van Dijk. Paris Saint-Germain have it back and can go again. White. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Iniesta. Iniesta! It's hit the crossbar. Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Iniesta just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he rise to it.
Can he get it through? Bebeto is on his own. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Yamal. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Rummenigge. Raul. Bebeto does have his name on the score sheet, of course.
You can never be short of runners into space,
No mames,
as
está
long
mal
as the
que
space left
pasa mal.
behind is filled.
And it's Messi. White threads one in. Pass somewhat off target. Maldini.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
Beckham charging forward, the ball at his feet. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Iniesta. Pele.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now, can they get him away? And he shoots!
Oh,
What remarkable powers of recovery!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
This is quite a battle.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Messi is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Now it's Iniesta. Alexander-Arnold. And he's being shifted off it. Knocks it into space.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Rummenigge. Shot at goal! Now he's off and running. That is good alertness. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rummenigge unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And he cuts out the supply. Beckenbauer into the last 5 minutes. He's in a great position here. Delivered across. Ferdinand with the clearance.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
It's gone out for a throw-in.
tengo que hacer cambio. Bueno, era mejor el chorizo. ¿Quién lo meto?
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 23, Hazard. Numero 20,
Chiellini
numero 22,
pinches it off him.
numero
Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
lasciano il campo
He's
per
going to be
il
disappointed with
numero
that.
9, il
It's a
numero
sharp
32,
pass.
Tevez, il
Now it's
numero
Messi.
19, il
Yeah, they were
numero
looking for a
17,
counter-attack.
Drogba. Attenzione, la sostituzione.
And time is up. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner of course.